BAPS Swaminarayan Research Institute is dedicated to advancing research and learning through the expression of scholarship and culture. With various educational initiatives, the Institute seeks to promote the highest level of academic excellence in all branches of study. On the occasion of Pramukh Swami Maharaj's centennial celebrations and with the blessings of Mahant Swami Maharaj, BAPS Swaminarayan Research Institute has been inaugurated in France, the UK, Canada, the United States of America, and now Australia. The Institute was launched in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Canberra, Adelaide, and Perth in the presence of Mahamahopadhyay Bhadresh Das Swami. BAPS invited delegates from various religious groups, government offices, educational institutions, and communities to come together to be part of this historic event. More than 480 delegates from over 245 organizations across the country showed support for this initiative by being present at the inaugural ceremony of the BAPS Swaminarayan Research Institute. The evening festivities began with the youths showcasing their musical talents on stage by singing kirtans and playing traditional instruments. Children aged 4 to 13 recited Sanskrit shloks from the Swaminarayan Siddhanta Karika called the Narayana Swarupa Dhyanam as a tribute to Pramukh Swami Maharaj. The children had already memorized the entire Karika, which comprises of 565 Sanskrit shloks. Teenagers then recited Sanskrit verses from the Swaminarayan Siddhanta Samamnai, which talks about the glory of Parabrahm or the Supreme God. Mahant Swami Maharaj attended the event virtually from Ahmedabad, India, to perform the official opening of the Research Institute by performing the Deep Pragatya and also addressing the assembly. Locally, the invited delegates also performed the Deep Pragatya. At the Vedic inauguration of the BAPS Swaminarayan Research Institute Australia, a historic message from the spiritual guru of BAPS, Mahant Swami Maharaj, was presented to all the delegates. In the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, let's reach out to extend the circle of global harmony. Leaders and members from different organizations appreciated the efforts of BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha for bringing together a diverse group of individuals onto one platform.
I would like to congratulate BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha on establishment of Swaminarayan Research Institute in Australia, which will be dedicated to advancing research, learning and the expression of scholarship and culture. I am sure this institute will provide more opportunities for value-based instruction, innovative research, creative expression, mutual discussion, and social service.
It's a great honour to be part of the launch of the Research Institute, and it'll be great to have scholars studying the ancient language of Sanskrit and expanding our knowledge in Indian philosophy and language.
Can I say the opportunity for this Research Institute to carry on that excellence in scholarly activities is so important, to carry on research in Hinduism, because as we know, Hinduism is a valuable part of the Australian mix of culture and religion, and it provides such an important part throughout the world.
We have to focus on ensuring the next generation understands our culture, our heritage, our faith and where it comes from. I say that to many multicultural groups, and today the Hindu community here through BAPS is demonstrating how we ensure the little ones, even the babies that were here earlier today, understand our heritage, our faith, our backgrounds. It's so important.
My experience of people's faith, there's nothing blind about feeding your soul with good works, as you all do, and there's certainly nothing blind about feeding your mind by trying to understand all of the well springs, all the intellectual history of your faith, BAPS faith, Hindu faith. And so the buildings are wonderful, but really I'm most excited today about this research institute because I know what it means to be able to continually nourish ourselves intellectually, to continue learning and disciplining ourselves and committing ourselves to the written word as well as to the good deeds in our community.
In relation to the Institute, I understand it is a great honour to have it here in Australia, one of the few places in the world to have such an institute. Again, it's a scholarly, academic, cultural and religious pursuit, but it is also focused very much on being part of building global harmony.
The inauguration of the Research Institute, which is going to adopt a traditional Gurukul system of Sanskrit education. I think this is fantastic. Sanskrit is alive, the traditions are alive, and these are rich traditions.
The inauguration of BAPS Swaminarayan Research Institute is an example of the Victorian Hindus reaching out to the broader community to enhance cultural understanding, increase harmony, integration, and cohesion. We at the Hoda Forum support this wonderful initiative. We also encourage Hindu community organizations to make this initiative a success for the benefit of our entire community.
BAPS स्वामीनारायण शोध संस्थान जिसकी स्थापना आज यहाँ पे हम सबों के बीच में हो रही है, ये आने वाले समय में न सिर्फ BAPS परिवार बल्कि समस्त जनमानस, आने वाली हमारी पीढ़ी और ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए एक मील का पत्थर स्थापित होगा। इस शोध संस्थान की स्थापना बहुत ही सामयिक है और आने वाले समय में मेरा पूर्ण विश्वास है कि ये शोध संस्थान भारतीय भाषा, संस्कृति, संस्कृत भाषा, दर्शन और तमाम विषयों पर हमारे युवा को, इस देश को, शिक्षाविदों को, शोधकर्ताओं को एक नई ऊर्जा प्रदान करेगा, एक नई दिशा प्रदान करेगा और आने वाले समय में हम सभी का मार्गदर्शन करेगा।
The Hindu community has grown exponentially over the last 10-15 years in Australia. This brings a need to nurture and sustain our dharma, Sanskriti, and traditions. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that these needs are fulfilled. We are indeed fortunate that we will have such an institution that will provide access to learning in Vedic scriptures, philosophy and rituals, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Hindi and other Indian languages.
The Research Institute will be dedicated to advancing research, learning and expression of scholarship and culture. The Institute will be committed to fostering intellectual tradition, strive to advance academic thought and create an appreciation of cultural diversity.
Mahamahopadhyay Bhadresh Das Swami also addressed the assembly with his words of wisdom.
BAPS Swaminarayan शोध संस्थान वो वैदिक सनातन धर्म की रक्षा के लिए, उसकी पुष्टि के लिए, उसके संवर्धन और प्रचार प्रसार के लिए प्रस्थापित किया गया है। अब यह जो रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट है BAPS स्वामीनारायण रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट, उसकी दिशा क्या रहेगी, कहाँ जाएंगे हम, क्या हमारा गंतव्य है? सर्वेत्र सुखिनः सन्तु, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। यह रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट केवल ज्ञान का बोझ नहीं देगा, ये इंफॉर्मेशन सेंटर नहीं बनेगा, यहाँ एक रियलाइजेशन की बात होगी, सुख को हम अनुभव कर सके, हम दुख का निवारण कर सके,
यह इस रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट की दिशा रहेगी। आनो भद्रः क्रतवो यन्तु विश्वतः। विश्व में जितने धर्म है, सब धर्मों के साथ सबके अस्तित्व का स्वीकार, जो प्रमुख स्वामी जी कहते थे, प्रत्येक धर्मों के अस्तित्व का स्वीकार, उसके लिए आदर। स्वीकार अर्थात स्वीकार करो कि और मान्यता भी, हम जितने बैठे हैं उतनी मान्यता है, उसका भी स्वीकार, उसके अस्तित्व का स्वीकार, उसके लिए आदर, उसके साथ साथ अपना जो काम है वो ठीक ढंग से करते रहना। ये इस रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट की दिशा रहेगी। हम ऑस्ट्रेलिया में रहते हैं। अहिंसा, सत्य, दया, ब्रह्मचर्य, ये जो हमारे मूलभूत सिद्धांत हैं, जो हमको हमारे शास्त्रों ने सिखाए, उसके साथ हम चलेंगे। उसके लिए ये रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट हम समर्पित कर रहे हैं।
On this momentous occasion, 104 organizations paid their respects to the inspirer of the institute, Pramukh Swami Maharaj, by offering letters of acknowledgement and honor to Bhadresh Das Swami, who accepted them on behalf of BAPS. Bhadresh Das Swami engaged in a dialogue with 84 representatives of different organizations. In these roundtable discussions, all were able to display their work and achievements in the process of trying to uplift the Vedic Sanatan Dharma. During the discussions, Bhadresh Swami gave guidance on how everyone can work in unison to uphold and spread the values conveyed in the Vedic scriptures of prayer, peace, love and unity.
પહેલી વખત સિડનીમાં છેલ્લા 25 વર્ષમાં મને પહેલી વખત એવું થયું કે ભદ્રેશ સ્વામીજી આજે પ્રયત્ન કરો છે બધા મંદિરો અને બધા અલગ અલગ સંસ્થાઓને યુનાઇટ કરીને ગંગા નદી વહેતી રહી છે પણ બધા અલગ અલગ ઘાટ પર આપણે છે અને આપણે આપણું ભેગા થઈને એક કાર્ય કરવાનું છે અને ગંગાનું પાવિત્ર્ય પણ જાળવવાનું છે. એ વિચાર एक अद्भुत विचार आता ने એટલો आनंद था ने.
Ideology of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, because if we really flourish, it is not at the cost of others. It is going to really entail the harmony of the entire world, and that's what is needed today. And that's coming here. I find that this is a movement which speaks of harmony. That we flourish not at the cost of others. We take everyone in our journey to the goal. So it is a samya of rising up, not pulling anyone down. So that's the thing I really liked.
Getting this research institute for promoting or nurturing our culture and educating our future generation, that will make Hinduism more stronger and the people may feel belong to Hinduism. Otherwise we lose our identity.
ये जो रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट है, हमारी इतनी समृद्ध संस्कृति है, इतनी रिच संस्कृति है, उसको जानने का अवसर और उसको फैलाने का अवसर हमें इस इंस्टीट्यूट द्वारा मिलेगा.
So with that perspective, I think the research center that has been started by BAPS has been amazing actually, because that gives an opportunity to my younger generation to question, to do some research and dive deeper and then contribute back to the society and back to the Dharma. So in this way, I think this is an amazing work which has been initiated by BAPS and Pujya Bhadresh Swamiji.
I feel that this is a great initiative, and I'm quite happy that my son or my kids will have an opportunity to basically come here and learn about the Hindu religion. They can go through the scriptures, learn about Bhagavad Gita, the shlokas that I have done in my time in India. But given that now that research center is here, so we can look at young kids coming here, and it's quite heartening to see such young kids putting that tilak on their mastak and having that chika. That is not even possible back home in India. And seeing such kids here, such young kids coming here and learning about our scriptures, our traditions, so that is very heartening and very encouraging.
Because we are studying in a Western education system, kids and the people and the young generation always ask why and what. If we don't have the right answer with the scientific evidence, then we might misguide them. They might not accept our culture. So this research institute create a huge value by putting the right philosophy of Hindu religion to the young generation, and it will help us to reinstate our cultural values and Hindu values back to the community.
अभी हमारा नेक्स्ट जनरेशन के लिए था, हम तो हमारा बच्चों के लिए सिखा रहे हैं, बट उनका बच्चों के लिए सिखाने के लिए या आगे पीढ़ियों को सिखाने के लिए हमारे लिए एक रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट का बहुत ज़रूरी है। वो पर्टिकुलरली जो नॉन रेसिडेंट इंडियंस हैं, जो बाहर हैं हम सब, सो जो इंडियनिज़म है, जो हिंदुइज़्म है, उसका अंदर जो वैदिक वैल्यूज़ जो पूरा भरा हुआ है, वो वैदिक वैल्यूज़ हम हमारा बच्चों को जो इंटर जनरेशन्स के लिए कैसा हम पास ऑन करना है, उसके लिए हमको एक व्हीकल चाहिए। वो रियली दैट इज़ ए मिसिंग गैप करंटली। सो उसको करने के लिए अभी BAPS का स्वामीनारायण रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट जो इनिशिएटिव है, इट इज़ बहुत बड़ा सा इनिशिएटिव है।
और जो ये रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट का जो स्टेप उठाया है आपने, ये बहुत बड़ा स्टेप है। इसके बहुत आने वाले 20 साल के बाद इसके परिणाम जो है एकदम सामने होंगे, और इतना इसके प्रति मैं इतना जागरूक हूँ। मैं कहता हूँ भगवान जी मुझे इतनी आयु दे कि मैं ये अपनी आंखों से देख पाऊँ कि जो ये अचीव करेगी, और जो यूनिटी और हमारी एकता के साथ हम जो ग्रोथ करना, कलेक्टिव ग्रोथ जो है हमारी जो चाहिए, वो कर पाए हूँ।
After coming here, and they are doing it in a globally, like the kids who are born here, they don't know about our culture, and this is the way like they are showing it to the world that what is Indian culture, and this institute might really give good future for our kids who are not born in India.
It's given us an immense pleasure to join here. So it's for the future generation to learn more about Vedic understanding and Sanskrit, I think, which we would not have given us an opportunity elsewhere.
The newly inaugurated BAPS Research Institute will help cultivate Vedic Sanatan Dharma among young and old in Australia.